This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Today's tip is based on a tip sent in by listener Michael Hunt. Thank you, Michael. As a token of appreciation, we've arranged to let you download the next 10 episodes of the podcast for free. Backlogged files just kind of creep up on you. Not literally, of course. I mean, they don't grow little backlog legs and sneak into the kitchen and grab little backlog knives and then prepare to attack you when you're not looking. That doesn't happen ever. But they do just sit there and quietly multiply when you're not looking. Europa has discovered that single-handedly running the economy of the entire Eastern Bloc generates a lot of paperwork. Once the paperwork has served its purpose, it gets filed. At this point, Europa's filing cabinets fill her office and are spilling over into the hallway. When she wants to get the latest inventory report for the plant store, she has to wade through dozens of files on the world iridium market, her secret ownership of the world's entire production of incandescent light bulbs, and several other I topics before she can get to inventory. She's at the point of pulling her hair out, and who can blame her? At this point, she has every single file from the last 20 years saved up somewhere in her maze of filing cabinets. If you want to keep your filing sane, and this applies to paper files or electronic files, you need to realize that papers pile up, just like furniture and other possessions. When you're young, you're in the mode of accumulating stuff. You're furnishing your first apartment. You think, gee, I need a new couch, so you get one. And this kind of thing happens year after year, and one day you wake up and you realize that you own 19 couches. Papers accumulate too, and you need to get rid of them. When you file papers, think about when that item will no longer be relevant. What's the expiration date? Grab a sticky note and stick the expiration date on the thing you're filing. Even if you don't know the exact date something will become irrelevant, you can choose a date by which they're certainly useless or expired. Europa recently fired a minion. The minion sent a letter promising to seek revenge by sabotaging her secret Swiss Alps. No, I don't mean her secret Swiss bank account. I mean Swiss Alps. Apparently, she bought them in 1998 when Switzerland was having some, issues. Since she let this minion go precisely because they had no follow-through, she's confident that the letter is irrelevant after a year. So she writes today's date, but 1 year in the future, on the letter when she files it. Identify the disposition. In addition to the expiration date, also write the disposition on the thing that you're archiving. Since right now you know what it is, it's a much better time to decide what to do with it than when you're pondering it 6 years from now trying to remember why in the heck this matters. If it's a publisher's clearinghouse sweepstakes entry that you're saving for nostalgic purposes, the disposition might be trash. But if it's a sensitive legal document that contains enough information to reveal your plans, the disposition would be shred, liquefy, or obliterate. Europa is particularly fond of the obliterate option. For paper legal documents, the disposition might be scan to DVD and throw away the paper. Then the DVD itself would have an expiration date, at which time you would toss it, and then that item would be gone from your life forever. You can also delegate the item to someone else at the time that it expires. So think through the disposition now, and then when the date comes, you can just take care of it lickety-split. But Stever, I hear you cry, how can I put a sticky note on a computer file? For that, use tags to keep track of your expiration date and disposition. You can find a link to my past episode about using tags to organize photos in this episode's transcript. In macOS, you can put tags directly on a file. Tag each file with the 4-digit year of when the file expires, and also tag it with the disposition, shred, trash, scan, or delegate. Also tag it with the disposition, trash, shred, scan, or delegate. If you need a more precise expiration date, add a third tag with the year and month. When Europa realizes that her secret option to buy the Austrian Alps will expire in June of 2020, she tags the scanned options with the tags 2020, 2020-06 for June, and trash. When her cleanup date arrives in March 2020, she looks for all the files with the tag 2020. Before disposing of each one, she checks to make sure that there isn't a more specific tag on individual files. Sure enough, she sees that the options expire in June, and it's only March, so she doesn't dispose of them this time around since they're still good for 3 more months. Now that you're labeling stuff with due dates and dispositions, make sure you actually get around to doing the dispositioning. Schedule a day explicitly, once a year or every other year, when you do nothing but go through your files, scan for expired files, and send them to their final destination. When you scan through your notes, you'll see the disposition and you'll send them straight to the trash or the shredder or the scanner. What comes around goes around. But if it's a file, you want to make sure that it's going at the right time in the right way. Label your files with the expiration date and disposition, and if the files are electronic, use tags to do the labeling. Then, purge your files every year or so, and it'll be a snap, because one glance will tell you which files are due for purging and what to do with them next. Now sadly, Europa didn't label her files when she created them, so she's hired her old minion back with guidelines for how to label her reams and reams and reams of folders. You see, it will keep the minion too busy to think about revenge for decades, and pretty soon, Europa will be able to schedule a yearly cleanup day to get her files down to one modest, attractive filing cabinet. I'm Steve Robbins. Email questions to getitdone@quickanddirtytips.com. I run webinars and other programs to help you be extraordinarily productive and build extraordinary careers. If you want to know more, visit steverobbins.com. That's SteverRobbins.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.